Good evening, classmates. Here we are for our week 3 discussion. It's asking us to respond with what we learned from the videos and how we would communicate with parents. So some things that were takeaways that I got from the 2 videos that we watched were the importance of calling home, the importance of responding as soon as possible, always being open to parents, utilizing communication apps, including in the beginning of the school year communication with families that talk about the strategies that you use as a teacher, your teaching philosophies, and your expectations. They talked about utilizing text messaging and phone calls. They also talked about having open and honest conversations and the importance of teachers and parents working collaboratively to be able to make strides in positive ways for schools and students. So I think that 3 unique ways that I would communicate with parents. Well, what I used to do when I had my 3rd grade class for that short chunk of time, every day I didn't sit down and call families. Like I know the one teacher talked about, she called, I think she said 10 families every day. She might have been a middle school teacher. But I would email 2 families a night and give them positive praise about their students of either an academic success that they had achieved that day, or a behavioral success, or just something that they did that showed true kindness and support of classmates. And those emails were always met with so much sincere appreciation, because you do go through the day-to-day of just, oh, this is what's coming up, or this is what we're working on, and it's a lot just more business that's passed along. So I think having those little chunks of just like little nuggets of positivity can really like affect somebody in a meaningful way. I also, what I would do is I didn't communicate daily with families unless there was something that came up that needed to be addressed, just because I do feel like over communication can sometimes then just cause things to like slip through the cracks, like, oh, here's another email from a teacher. So I would do a weekly email newsletter that talked about what we were going to be working on the coming week. So it would talk about the vocabulary words we were going to be working on, the English language arts with the stories that we would be reading and the different skills that we would be working on. I would also include the math that we would be working on, along with a link to parent resources. And I would always, always, always include tips and recommendations for home to support what we were doing in school. So in particular with math, telling the families, like, just please like post those multiplication facts on the refrigerator or your bathroom mirror, or play these games with your kids to reiterate those skills that they're learning at school. And then I also used Class Dojo, and Class Dojo was not only a really good tool in the classroom because kids wanted to earn dojo points, but it also, I felt like, gave the parents a little like bird's eye view of what was going on in our classroom. And I didn't post things every day, but if we were working collaboratively or having a class party, then you can just take some photos and post them, and people can respond or not respond. So Class Dojo was another one. So yeah, I think, and then we watched a video that talked about creating an About Me video as a teacher and sending that out in the summer. Well, I didn't get my roster until the night before, so that might have been a little tricky for me. But I think it would be fun to do a video that I could send to my families before back to school night, because I think a video does allow for people to see more of your personality than just an About Me slideshow. So those are some ways that I would communicate. And then barriers that I might face and how I would go about overcoming those concerns. I think that the barriers that I would face could probably be not getting responses back from families when I've emailed them. And if that were the case, I think then I would reach out via a phone call and just confirm, do I have the right information? Because I just want to make sure that you are getting all of the tools that I'm providing to just help with your student success. So yeah, I'm sure there would be some more barriers that I would come across, but I thought that the videos had a lot of great information for us, and I liked how she said at the end that teachers' working conditions equal students' learning conditions. And she really emphasized how teachers and parents, when they work collaboratively, they can move mountains, they can pass Senate bills. So yeah, I think those were some takeaways that I got, and I think both of the videos were great. So I look forward to hearing what you all said as well. Take care.